Good morning. Good morning, my baby. Someone's sleepy. Good morning. Stretch, stretch.
I thought it'd be a fun little idea to show you guys exactly what I do to kind of help prepare myself for the Montessori. Things for 3-year-olds and 2-year-olds.
Little panda boy. Oh, you see yourself? Over. Oh, good job. Say hi, everyone. Usually I can lay him on my legs, but lately he's been like lurching forward. I think he wants to sit up. There you go, just recline, just relax. Good job, you finished your milk. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Yay! 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 Oh, back to lurching. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to do a night routine with a 4-month-old going through sleep regression. So we just finished Ezra's second to last feeding of the day. His last feeding is at 7, which is his nighttime feeding or his bedtime feeding. So I'm just gonna take you through the rest of tonight. He'll have about an hour and 45-minute wake window. The last nap of the day is hit or miss. Sometimes he really struggles, sometimes it's fine. And then we're gonna try to cook some dinner, get that ready, and put him to bed and see how it goes. He is going through his sleep regression, so he normally used to only wake up a few times at night and I would have to give him the pacifier to go back to sleep. But now he's been waking up like almost every 2 hours and it takes a lot to get him back to sleep. So my husband has been helping the first half of the night and then I take over the second half of the night, so at least we're getting some sleep instead of both of us being sleep deprived. So it's been really helpful, but it's yeah, a lot of work. Ezra has been weaned off of his night feedings, so he doesn't need to feed anymore, which is good and great for me too, which I was able to wean myself off that last pump session too. So yeah, we'll see how tonight goes. Every night is different. Last night he was good for the first half. He only woke up maybe every 2 hours and then he was able to go back to sleep with the pacifier. But when my shift came, I had to hold him. Well, first I tried the pacifier twice around 3 a.m. and then around 4 a.m. I held him for 20 minutes, put him down. He woke up once and then he kind of put himself back to sleep. He falls asleep independently for naps and bedtime, but he for some reason cannot put himself back to sleep if he wakes up after a sleep cycle. So it's this whole thing we're dealing with, but you guys will see. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video and see what our nighttime routine is like. Also, I did go back to work last week, so it's been about a week of me being back at work. I'm still working from home, but that also means that Hui and I have been tag teaming it. If I have a meeting or I can't take care of Ezra, then Hui will take care of him for me. Work hasn't been too busy yet. It usually isn't that bad, so the ramp up has been fine, but during his playtimes now, I pretty much have to have my laptop near me and I get some work done instead of just being able to play with him completely. So that is another difference in our routine of me working from home, being a full-time mom and also a full-time lawyer. And I have some stuff I need to do since I just had my one-on-one with my boss. So I'm gonna pump because I'm still pumping, pretty much exclusively pumping at this point. I don't nurse anymore because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to be available for all of his feeding times. So now we just feed the bottle and I pump exclusively. So I need to pump and then work on some stuff and play with Ezra. So Ezra right now is playing. Say hi, Ezra. He's still sucking on those fingers. Yeah. So he's actually gotten really good about grabbing onto toys. You want to show them? Here. There you go. Good job. And usually I actually just leave the toys like right here where his arms can get them, and then he will grab them on his own. And he's also been very interested in these objects that are hang, whereas before he didn't notice them that much, but now he does. So he's definitely getting better, and he has also been rolling lately. So maybe I'll get him to show you guys him rolling. Oh, good job! Yay! He's like, what just happened? Good job!
What's the pixel that we know for sure works?
Today is bath night, so I'm going to prep some of the stuff. That way, once he wakes up from his nap, Hui and I will be eating dinner at that point, so I'd rather just have everything done before it's time for his bath. So I'm gonna get his 2 towels out, his pajamas, diaper, and then his big towel. Alright, we moved Ezra to the living room so that I can prepare dinner and we'll keep an eye on him as well. Tonight I'm making chicken soup, so I already pre-cut all the ingredients during his 3rd nap. That way I have everything set and I can just sauteing and create the soup. It's pretty simple. I just have shiitake mushrooms, onions, and carrots, and then we're gonna saute some of the spinach separately. So first I think I just need to saute it and then it'll cook for 30 minutes. So by the time it's done, he'll be down for his nap and then I can finish it with some fresh noodles. So for dinner, I try to prep as much as possible before I put him down for his nap because this nap only sleeps for 30 minutes exactly, sometimes a little less. And we don't want him to sleep too much anyway because it'll interfere with bedtime. So he usually wakes up, if he goes to bed right at 5:45, 6:15. So we only have like 15 minutes to eat and less than that to cook. So that's why for things like this where it'll take longer, I'll cook it now or prepare it. That way, when I put him down for his nap, I can finish and then we can eat right away. Okay, so now we add the chicken broth, so I don't add chicken bones or anything. It's kind of a cheating way, but it's much easier. I'm gonna add a few bay leaves. Will you smile for the camera? Will you smile? Huh? No, you don't want to smile? Come on. There we go. Oh. Those blackout curtains are definitely new and definitely needed because we noticed that he kept waking up and it was so bright in here. I knew that since he turned 4 months, has been a lot more aware of his surroundings, and so without those blackout shades, he has a harder time staying asleep during his naps. So definitely got those on Amazon. I'll link them below. But they come in 6 packs of 6, so we got a lot of them, but we only have 1 window. But yeah, it's definitely been a lot better. As you can tell, when I turn off the light, it'll be pretty much pitch dark in here. So 10 minutes before he's supposed to go to sleep, I start the nap routine, changing his diaper, kind of calming him. I'll hold him and then turn off the light, turn on the sound machine, and sing him a lullaby and then put him down. Hopefully he will go to sleep quickly, but we'll see because sometimes it's hit or miss with this nap. I'm keeping an eye on him to see when he falls asleep, and then I'll finish preparing the dinner. These are the fresh noodles we're going to be using with the soup. The finished product, and then there's the spinach. Okay, looks like Ezra is up at 5:17, so he basically took a 27-minute nap, which is basically right on time. So now we'll put Ezra in the swing because neither of us is able to hold him since we're eating dinner. He's usually pretty good in the swing for at least 30 minutes, and then it'll pretty much be time for his bedtime routine. We're gonna do bath, feeding, books, and then bedtime. So yeah, Hui's going to get him and we'll put him in the swing. Dazed. Hui is on dish duty since I cooked today. But usually I'm the one that does the dishes because Hui's the one that usually cooks.
He's in a good mood.
Ready for your bath?
You did such a good job. You did such a good job.
Aww. Ready for your bath? Yeah, you love your bath. You. I wish I could see his face that long. Somebody peed today in the bathtub. Is that you? Dude, I screamed. It's only happened like 2 other times, but it still surprises me every time. Alright, let's do lotion.
Try and answer it. Thoughts on the Chinese market? Let's like focus on U.S. Right? MGLE metallic gold limited edition. Right? That is one of the core 3 sets. Got base set, MGLE, hollow. Right? So the hollow icon is the series.
Here's all the books we're gonna read today. We've realized that he really likes ones with just simple words and pictures. Words. Ball. Girl. Good night, Ezra. Daddy's gonna put you to sleep now. He is definitely ready. Okay, sleep time. So while Hui puts Ezra to bed, it's my turn to take a shower and get ready for bed myself. I'm gonna brush my teeth, take a shower, wash my hair, and then Hui and I will hang out a little bit before we go to sleep. So Hui had to intervene. Ezra was crying. As you could see, Ezra was going in and out of sleep for the past 20 minutes, but towards the end he was just crying a lot, and so we had to go in and sort of help him with a pacifier. We haven't had to do that in like, I want to say over a month. He almost always puts himself to sleep at bedtime and for his naps as well, but I guess in this case he just needed a little bit of extra help, of course, when I'm filming this video, but I guess maybe that's a regression, I'm not sure, or maybe he just wasn't tired enough. I do think he's on the cusp of going from 4 to 3 naps, but that last nap does end a little late. But we still kept him up for an hour and 40 minutes, but maybe he needed longer, I don't know. So yeah, unfortunately we had to help him to go to sleep, and hopefully that won't create a false start, which is where they wake up before their first sleep cycle. So we'll see if he lasts, but yeah, it did take him a while to go to sleep. So now Hui and I are just gonna hang out, usually watch something on our laptops, just chill. I've been going to bed around 9:30 lately because he's been so bad at night, but usually I sleep at 10. So I only have about an hour left to hang out before I go to bed, and then I will record whenever he wakes up. I probably won't be able to show much because it's pitch dark in the room, but you'll get to see what it's like and how often he wakes up during the night in a regression. So I'll see you later tonight. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day, and I just wanted to recap what happened last night. As you saw from the clips, which I wasn't able to get much because I was half asleep most of the time, but the first half of the night was pretty rough. We basically had to hold Ezra like maybe twice, possibly 3 times, from midnight to 1 a.m. Then it was my shift, and luckily Ezra slept the whole time without waking up, without intervention needed. So he did wake up a few times, I think at like 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., but he put himself back to sleep after crying for less than a minute. And even interestingly enough, he slept on his stomach. So as you notice, since he is rolling, we have been swaddling him with one arm out to get him used to it. And then eventually, maybe even tonight, we'll do 2 arms out because he's been rolling. So it looked like he was able to roll into his stomach, which is a little scary, but since he had his arm out, he was able to, you know, push himself up if he needed to. Plus his head and neck strength is pretty good, as you see in this video, so he can easily move his head up. And it seemed like he actually liked sleeping on his stomach and having his head to the side and being able to suck on his fingers. So yeah, overall I would say it was a much better night than previous nights because we didn't have to get up every 2 hours, at least not in the second half of the night. So as you can see, each night is different and you just never know how it's gonna be. I hope you guys enjoyed this nighttime routine video with a 4-month-old going through sleep regression. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Say bye, Ezra. Bye, everyone.